Some of us, a little up in age, would remember George Burns. He was a popular TV personnel. And he once defined what a good homily consisted of. He said, it must have a good beginning and a good ending, and both as close to each as possible. This morning we speak to forgiveness and unforgiveness. We need not look too far because unforgiveness is rampant in this world. Wars, pestilence, plagues, children dying of starvation. It's not a good picture. But unforgiveness is responsible for all of this. And what does it contain? Well, it contains selfishness, pride, stubbornness, revenge, hard feelings, envy, anger, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. If I were to say to you that each one of us has experienced one element of these characteristics of unforgiveness, I don't fear being wrong, but if I am, I'll meet you in the Commons and apologize to you. Last night I did not have anybody come to me. I, myself, am guilty of more than one of these characteristics. I say this with shame, but years ago, when I was working, a man did something to me that I thought was uncouth, uncalled for, rotten, lousy, and every other adjective I could think of. And my anger was fierce. Every time I thought of his name, the anger returned to me. Well, I retired about a year and a half later, and I carried this anger with me, this burden. About, another year, I attended a retreat, and part of that retreat involved the priest telling us to recall an incident in our lives where we felt very betrayed, and write it down on a piece of paper that he gave us. And so I did, and I wrote down my history of this man. And when all of us were done, there was a bowl with a small fire in it. And he said, now individually come up and place that paper with what you wrote into the flames. And as I did, I saw the flames eating up the words that I had written, and the smoke carrying them away, along with my unforgiveness. That was an experience that moved me. I now pray for that man every day. My brothers and sisters, we cannot carry anger and these other characteristics of unforgiveness with us. Who are we hurting? We're hurting ourselves. The person that we have animosity towards doesn't even know what we're thinking. But when I saw those words go up in smoke, it was like a 50-pound weight was lifted from my shoulders. When we are insulted, our pride is challenged, our first reaction is to lash out. And at this very moment, we need desperately to turn to Jesus and ask Him for the power to forgive. We can't do it by ourselves. I couldn't. But with Jesus Christ, each one of us can. It's sort of like when we experience these things, if we just maybe count to 10 or do something to slow us down. We all need to work on our ability to forgive. None of us is at all perfect at this. But we also need to understand that we're finite. We're human. We're frail. We're capable of weaknesses. I think the key to all this is first to be able, with the help of Jesus, to forgive ourselves. Because if we can't forgive ourselves, how can we ever hope to forgive others? God bless you.